Now see, these agreements and contracts which we are part of right from our birth till our death, in day out, they have got so many things. Okay, there are thousands and lakhs of examples. Just to give few of these examples to make you understand which type of contracts and acts you are part of. For example, when you take admission in a college by filling admission form, it is contract between you and the college and the management. So filling admission form is a contract signed by you with the college. So once you take an admission, you actually promise that I will abide by all the rules and regulations of the college. So this is a contract. Okay. There are so many contracts like that. Now wearing identity card around the neck and entering the college is a contract. Because when you don't have identity card around your neck or with you, the college and management has every right to not to allow you to enter the premises. So having identity card and entering the college is again a contract between you and the college principal and management. Then when you write paper in the exam hall, you sign one attendance sheet that you have written a paper. Now it is again a contract. When you sign that attendance sheet, what it means? It means that you have written a paper. So that is a contract between you and the principal of the college management. I'll tell you the repercussions and consequences of this. Suppose it happens afterwards that your paper is misplaced by the college. It happens in certain cases. In that case, since you have signed the attendance sheet in the exam hall, you have a proof that you have written a paper. Now it is up to the principal of the college and management that they have to see where from they have to retrieve your paper. And if not possible, it is their duty to pass you in the examination because you have got a proof that you have written a paper, because that signing attendance sheet is a contract between you and the college that you have written a paper. Now it is the job of the college to get that paper assessed and give you the marks and pass accordingly. It is also one type of contract. Now, one more thing, this actually many people don't know. See, whenever we download any app, for last few days you must be seeing in media that we have to actually delete all the apps which are actually from resource China apps. But whatever app you download, knowingly, unknowingly, if you see when you download that app, in the process of downloading that app, they ask you permission. They want access to your contacts, to your photos, to your videos, and every data of your mobile. And since we wish to have that app on your our mobile, what we do? We just go on clicking okay, 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 yes, 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 yes. And by doing that, you allow that app owner or that people who are behind that app to have access to your contact photos and videos. And that is a contract. Tomorrow you can't deny that. How can you use my contacts and all that? Let me share you one thing. This is really very serious matter. So before you download any app, you must know whether you really wish to allow access to your contacts and photos and videos, and whether that app is a secured app. If not, then your data could be misused. For example, few days back, you know that there are some private finance companies in the social media, and they are in the business world. What happens now in this last 3 to 4 months time? There are people, and before that also there are people who were in bad need of money. They wanted 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees loan, 20,000 rupees loan. So what they had done, they had gone to that particular app. There are so many apps, and these apps are actually apps of the private finance companies. And these private finance companies are actually costly affairs. They give a loan at very costly rate of interest. At the same time, their procedure for recovery is also very strict, and actually it is not as per legal norms also at many cases. So what had happened because of this lockdown from March, when people could not repay their installments, say in March and April, on loan of say 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, you will be shocked to know that these finance companies had started recovery proceedings. And as a part of these recovery proceedings, they had threatened these people that they will call their parents, they will call their friends, they will call their mummy, daddy, so and so, their teacher, and they were blackmailing these people. Now where from these they got the contacts? They got the contacts when you download the app. So when you download any app, you allow your contacts and photos and video to be accessed by these app owners or app makers. So you should be aware always and caution that whether you really wish to download any secure app, and if yes, then only you allow that access to your contact photos and videos. So this is a very serious matter, and this is also one type of contract. So you should always decide whether you should go for it or not. One more very simple examples I'm giving you from our life. When one takes insurance policy from insurance company, is a contract. That insurance policy form is to be signed. Now, friends, understand one serious thing that this you might come across in your life or around you in case of your friends and relatives. There are people who take insurance policy from insurance company, and while taking this insurance policy, certain serious illness they don't disclose. They hide the details of these illness. And friends, if it happens, then in that case, suppose there is a claim, something goes wrong with that person who is insured, जिसका बीमा करवाया गया है, वो अगर कुछ महीनों में, एक साल में, 2 साल में, 3 साल के अगर उसके भीतर अगर उसकी डेथ हो जाती है और उसके फैमिली मेंबर इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से अगर इंश्योरेंस का पैसा मांगने को जाते हैं, तो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी विल नॉट सेटल द क्लेम, because in that contract of signing that insurance policy form, the person who got insured has given false information. He didn't disclose his illness, serious illness and all that, and when it happens, then that contract actually entered for by the party who is insured. Actually, insurance company is not bound to settle the death claim on the basis of that false information given in the insurance policy form. So that is also one type of contract. Friends, in simple words, let me tell you, whenever you sign any paper in this world, your signature on that paper is nothing but a contract. Okay. Now, what is agreement? What is contract in detail? We'll see. Right now, we are seeing some of the examples, which is actually every now and then we come across. Two more examples which all of us have to go for. When you take Aadhaar card, actually to have an Aadhaar card is also a law. And when you have Aadhaar card, you know that Aadhaar card, Government of India wants to link to our bank account and to gas number and this number and that number and government schemes. So that means having Aadhaar card is also by law you have to have it, and by going for Aadhaar card, you are bound by certain things. For example, when you have Aadhaar card, your information could be linked by Government of India with any government policies. And you can't deny that, because whenever you go for Aadhaar card, you sign that contract. Yes, my Aadhaar card number should be linked and could be linked to any government policies and information what government wants for. And then you can't deny that afterwards. Similarly, when one has a PAN card for income tax purpose, at the time of having PAN card also, you sign one form and then you enter into an agreement that with that PAN number, whatever income and whatever wealth you are having, the details of these, your income and wealth, not only in India, but across the world, those details could be accessed by income tax department. And if you are not shown that in your income tax return, then they can take the due action against you. So in short, friends, there are thousands and lakhs of contracts which we actually enter into day in, day out, whether we know it or not, whether in writing or verbally, or whether they are implied. We are part of all these agreements and contracts because we are the. Now, friends, let me give you one or two more good examples that will make you understand further what is contract, what is agreement, and how we come across and how we enter into this contract. See this example. See, Muslim community, when there is a nikah, nikah means marriage, which we call. So there is one haji, and at the time of that nikah, marriage, that haji asked the bride and bridegroom whether they really wish to marry each other. So their consent is sought. And at that time, when they say, you must have seen that in Hindi movies and then in serials and then around also in your family and community, and both of them say kubule, kubule. That saying kubule, kubule is a contract. And when they say kubule, kubule, that marriage takes place, nikah takes place, and after that, there is a contract from both the parties, bride and bridegroom, that they will remain loyal to each other. And suppose if they don't remain loyal to each other and they go into certain things which are not within that marriage definition, you say, for example, say extramarital affairs, we'll be having that example afterwards. Then for that, the other life partner can take that partner in the court of law and divorce can take place. So when one person says kubule, kubule, bride or bridegroom, it is a contract between the bride and bride, and that is a marriage. And that marriage, whatever is actually expecting the duties and obligations on the part of bride and bridegroom, they have to discharge that throughout their life. They have to remain loyal to each other. And then if there is certain breach or certain conditions which are there, if they are broken, then the aggrieved party, जिस पार्टी को तकलीफ हो रही है, जिस पार्टी के खिलाफ सामने वाली पार्टी ने, ब्राइड ने या ब्राइड ग्रूम ने अगर कोई गुनाह किया है, तो जिसको तकलीफ हुई है, जिसके साथ में अन्याय हुआ है, वो सामने वाले लाइफ पार्टनर को कोर्ट में घसीट सकता है और उसको तलाक या उसको डिवोर्स मिल सकता है. नाउ सिमिलर थिंग हैपेंस इन क्रिश्चियन कम्युनिटी ऑल्सो. उनके कम्युनिटी में भी जब मैरिज होता है चर्च में वगैरह आपने देखा होगा, तो वहां पे भी जो फादर होता है जो मैरिज को परफॉर्म करता है, ही आस्क्स ब्राइड एंड ब्राइडग्रूम वेदर दे विश टू टेक ईच अदर एज अ लाइफ पार्टनर, एंड देन दे से यस, आई टेक सो एंड सो एज माय वाइफ, I take so and so as my husband. When they say that, it is a contract. And when that contract takes place, we say marriage has taken place. And by doing that, then they are bound by that marriage definition and contract, and they have to remain loyal to each other. Now, let us, friends, have some more real life examples. See, always, friends, I believe whatever may be your paper, might be accountancy or say economics or law or whatever paper, when you relate that your paper and syllabus and topics to your real life examples, and always there is some connection of all these papers with your real life examples. Before we proceed with this example, let me tell you the basics that you have studied in FYJC. FYJC, you are taught one thing which you must have forgotten, or some of you must be knowing this, that you are taught that whatever we study in commerce, okay, it is what actually commerce is a part of social science. It is not a part of natural science. You know, in natural science, we have got chemistry, then zoology and botany and whatnot. Okay. But in social science, we have economics, then we have accountancy, we have law. So one thing you have to understand, whatever we study under social science, may it be economics or mathematics or accountancy or commerce or any paper or topic for that purpose, it has direct connection with the society. That's why it is called social science. So when it is a social science, definitely it will have some social connection, and it will have certain things and certain related things in our society. So when you link your topic and syllabus and paper with your real life examples, two things happen. One, that you understand that topic and that paper very easily. At the same time, you come to know the importance and relevance of that topic and paper, why it is there in your syllabus. See, the people who are behind putting this paper in your syllabus, they have thought all this, that by studying this paper, it will definitely make you a good human being. It will definitely help you in your personality development, and also it will help you in taking your further professional course, like say, for example, you can go for LLB. And even if you don't go for LLB, you want to go for any other course like say CA. In our CA also, which we did, actually we had law paper. If you go for a company secretary, there also there is law paper. You go for MBA finance, there is also law paper. So if you go for any professional course, you have law paper. And for that law paper, which you are going to see in detail, the basics of that is here. And at the same time, whether you want to go for any career or not, in real life example, there is one contract or the agreement which you knowingly or unknowingly come across and you are a part of. That is why we have to study these real life examples before we directly go to the basic concept. Now, friends, when you are driving two-wheeler, four-wheeler with proper driving license, when you have driving license actually, and you have actually signed one form for that, it is an agreement between you and the licensing authority and that state government that you will abide by all the rules and regulations of driving. Okay, you will not have rash driving. Okay, you will stop at signal. You will stop before a zebra crossing. You will allow people to cross the road first. There are so many things. So this is a contract. And though this contract you are not directly entered into with the people who are on the road, this is the contract you have entered into at the time of, hello. So this is the contract that you have entered into at the time of taking that license. On one side you are there, on the other side RTO authority is there and the government is there. Now, this second example, this actually many people do not know. Taking care of your parents is also a contract by you, which you have not entered into directly in writing. But friends, let me place on record, there are court judgments that if you don't take care of your parents by law, which you are supposed to, then you are deprived from the rights which you otherwise think that you are having as a son or daughter. कोर्ट ने ये जजमेंट दिए हैं, पिछले कुछ महीनों में, सालों में ऐसे बहुत से जजमेंट्स आए हैं कि जो बच्चे अपने माताजी का और पिताजी का ख्याल नहीं रखते, उनको अपने माताजी के और पिताजी के प्रॉपर्टी में अगर माताजी पिताजी हिस्सा नहीं देना चाहते तो नहीं दे सकते, बिकॉज इट इज अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. अगर आप उनका ख्याल नहीं रखेंगे तो आपका ख्याल क्यों रखेंगे? सो इट इज अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट between you and your parents. Okay, so better we know all these things. Now, not disturbing the life or destroying the property of anybody. Actually, this is which you are not entered into, but this is there. Actually, this has come from Constitution of India. Constitution क्या होता है कि भारत में हम जब जन्म लेते हैं और हम मरते हैं, उसके बीच में हम जो भी करते हैं, हमें अच्छा लगे बुरा लगे, वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के हिसाब से हमको करना चाहिए, बिकॉज दैट इज द लॉ ऑफ दिस लैंड. सो उसी में ये कहा गया है कि जब आप इस दुनिया में हो तो आपको ये भी देखना है कि आप किसी दूसरे को तकलीफ ना दे, आप किसी दूसरे के प्रॉपर्टी का नुकसान ना करें, किसी लड़की का, किसी औरत का विनय भंग ना हो, उसको आप रिस्पेक्ट करें. तो दिस इज द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. और ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट आपने राइटिंग में अगर एंटर नहीं किया तो ये मत समझिए कि ऐसा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट आपने नहीं किया है. दिस इज इम्प्लाइड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. दिस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट यू हैव एंटर्ड इनटू बाय टेकिंग बर्थ ऑन दिस अर्थ इन इंडिया, and then you are abide by the provisions of the Constitution of India, जहां पे लिखा गया है कि everybody in this India by Constitution of India has a right to live. और हर एक को अगर जीने का हक है, तो किसी के जीने का हक जो है, और वो अगर शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से जीना चाहता है, तो आपको ये कोई अधिकार नहीं बनता है कि आप उसके लाइफ में दखल दे, उसको तकलीफ पहुंचाए, उसे नुकसान पहुंचाए, किसी की प्रॉपर्टी को नुकसान पहुंचाए. दिस इज नॉट अलाउड because we are all bound by Constitution of India. So this is a contract which we have entered into by taking birth in India. Now, friends, this example you might laugh at, but let me tell you, because this when I was interacting with police people and ACP, DCP at that level also I inquired. This is a shocking law in which many of us do not know. We have to always cross road on a zebra crossing, and that too with green signal. Friend, this is so serious. Let me tell you, when I was abroad, at that time I have seen the foreign people and our Indian people also, when they go to that foreign country, there people only cross on zebra crossing and people only cross with green signal. हमारे इंडिया में आपको पता है हम कहीं पे भी क्रॉस कर लेते हैं. अभी वहां पे गवर्नमेंट का ही फॉल्ट ये है कि एक्चुअली गवर्नमेंट ने क्या करना चाहिए, कहीं पे भी रोड क्रॉस करने के लिए बीच में बैरिकेड अगर लगाते हैं, जो आपको पता है 2 रास्ते के बीच में होता है, so that you cannot cross that road and only crossing should be there where there is zebra crossing. वैसा अगर हमारे यहाँ पे सिस्टम होगा तो भी हम जेब्रा क्रॉसिंग पे क्रॉस करेंगे. और आपको पता है कानून क्या कहता है? कानून ये कहता है कि जेब्रा क्रॉसिंग को छोड़ के अगर आप रोड क्रॉसिंग करते हो तो आप गुनाह करते हो और आपको पता नहीं होगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अभी मैं बॉम्बे पुणे हाईवे की बात करता हूँ. बॉम्बे पुणे हाईवे में वहां पे कहीं पे भी बीच में जेब्रा क्रॉसिंग नहीं है. इसका मतलब क्या है? बॉम्बे पुणे हाईवे में कोई भी आदमी रोड क्रॉस नहीं कर सकता है. उसके लिए ऊपर से आपको रोड दिया गया है, फ्लाईओवर दिया गया है पेडिस्ट्रियंस के लिए, या वो हाईवे अपना एक्सप्रेसवे के नीचे से दिया गया है. बट जहां पे जेब्रा क्रॉसिंग नहीं, आप क्रॉस नहीं कर सकते. और दुर्भाग्य से अगर ऐसा कोई क्रॉस करता है और हाईवे में जो 120 140 से स्पीड से जाने वाली गाड़ी है, वो गाड़ी से अगर एक्सीडेंट होता है तो ड्राइवर की गलती नहीं है, क्योंकि वहां पे जेब्रा क्रॉसिंग नहीं है. उसे पता नहीं होता कि कोई रास्ता क्रॉस करने वाला है, कोई ऑल ऑफ अ सडन बीच में आ जाता है जो 120 और 140 160 के स्पीड में गाड़ी चला रहा है, उसको कैसे कंट्रोल करेगा? तो इन दैट एक्सीडेंट द ड्राइवर इज नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल. सो लेट इट बी एक्सप्रेसवे और लेट इट बी अवर रोड where actually we are actually staying and where we are moving. We have to make it a point that as far as possible we should always cross on zebra crossing, because that is the agreement actually indirectly we have made with the government. And if you don't cross on zebra crossing and suppose there is an accident with us, then we are responsible. Now friend, one more contract that you sign every year, that when you fill examination form, when you fill up that form of examination before every exam, actually you say there that I will abide by all the rules and regulations of the examination. I will not do copy, I will not anybody help in the copy case or something of that sort. I will not carry mobile with me, I will not put on mobile, and there are so many things. So when you sign that examination form, it is a contract between you and the college and the principal that you will abide by all the rules and regulations of the exam and writing the paper in the exam hall. Now, this is one more law and act which actually we are all part of by constitution. इस दुनिया में जब हम जीते हैं तो हमारा एक कर्तव्य बनता है कि we have to respect the others because everybody has a right to live in this India by Constitution of India. At the same time, in the same Constitution of India, it is also given that we have to not only respect others, but we have to respect the other religions. इसलिए आपको पता होगा एक बात का मुझे बहुत खुशी होती है हर साल जब मैं ये बात को देखता हूँ कि जब हमारे लालबाग का राजा जो है उसका जब विसर्जन होता है, और ये लालबाग का विसर्जन जो है वो ऐसा कहते हैं कि वो 12 से 16 घंटे चलता है। और ये सबसे खुशी की बात हम सब लोगों के लिए ये है कि जब वो वहां से अपने ग्रैंड रोड से वगैरह जब जाता है तभी मुस्लिम लोग वहां पे गैलरी में खड़े रह के ऊपर से फूल बरसाते हैं। दिस इज व्हाट, दिस इज रिस्पेक्टिंग अदर रिलीजन्स। एंड फ्रेंड्स, वी नो अराउंड ऑल्सो जब आप रहते हो तो हिंदू मुस्लिम और सभी बाकी धर्म के लोग भाईचारे से रहते हैं। व्हाई? Because by Constitution of India, we all are actually bound by this law where we are supposed to respect not only others, but other religions also. So this is a contract and we have to abide by that throughout our life. Now friend, this is one more thing. Taking loan from the bank. So when you take loan from the bank, actually you agree to repay that. अभी अपने को पता है कि ऐसे बहुत से हमारे यहाँ पे लोग हैं जो लोन का अमाउंट लेके भाग जाते हैं, बट एक्चुअली दे आर गुनाहगार, वो गुनाहगार है इंडिया के, और उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट जो कोशिश करना चाहिए वो कर रहे हैं, वो उनके तरफ से है। लेकिन जब भी कोई किसी बैंक से लोन लेता है या जब भी कोई किसी से लोन लेता है तो ये उसका कर्तव्य बनता है, बिकॉज दैट इज एन एग्रीमेंट, और राइटिंग में हो या ओरल हो, ये वहां पे कानून है। और वहां पे अगर एंट्री होगी बैंक में कि आपने पैसा लिया है तो वहां पे एग्रीमेंट हो या ना हो, वो पैसा आपको वापस करना चाहिए, विथ इंटरेस्ट वापस करना चाहिए, बिकॉज दैट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो आपने राइटिंग में एंटर किया हुआ है, और यू हैव एंटर्ड दैट वर्बली, बट इट इज अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट। एंड इफ यू डोंट रिपे दैट, द अदर पार्टी कैन टेक यू टू द कोर्ट बाय फाइलिंग अ केस अगेंस्ट यू। सो दिस इज ऑल्सो वन टाइप ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट। Now, friends, there are thousands of examples of this type of contracts and agreements which we all are part of every day.